Really good about Hartley was that he was a community man, and I always remember that a lot of people would come up into Central because it was actually on the top floor, and he would be there chipping out away at a big log of tree that he actually bought from outside.
Wow.
And then if you look onto the wall, if I could just show you on the wall.
Yeah, go on, I'll follow you.
Yeah. These were some of the carvings that he actually made from, like, the logs of wood that he that he did. I think it was him and Isasha, because that's the only two that sticks in my head. I know that there were more people, but right now I can't really remember the other people that were up there actually doing the carvings as well.
Wow.
So all of this was some of the work that he did back in
So the paintings are the works that he did back in the time.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there was Daz as well. Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
there was,
yes, of
yeah,
course.
Daz. Because that's what I said. I just remember. There was just quite a few of them.
Yeah.
But they all just. What was really good is just, you know, sometimes I wish that we took pictures of this big piece of tree, this big piece of log, and the actual finished product.
We didn't have mobile phones then, did we? Yeah.
So we spoke to the family, and which I would like to give, you know, like to mention the family. He had children, which was Sean, his oldest son, who passed in 2018. There's Trina, there's Sim, there's Zan, and there's Zara. His brothers and sisters who's here, and there's some that's back home. There's Ruby, there's Denny. There's also Richard, who passed in 21. Grant Lee, who's in Barbados, and Martin, and David, who passed in 22. And there's his partners, his children, you know, his children's mum, which is Irene, Juliet, and Carol. Mm-hmm. So I would like to thank everybody that, you know, is here who's helping, you know, to just get this done. I hope we get, you know, a good support to help auction the stuff. even if we don't get rid of all of the stuff, we're looking to
House
re-auction
it, yeah.
another time.
Yeah.
Because it was quite a last minute. And thanks for the help from Yvonne, who's done flyers. Cleo, who also did flyers, so I have to mention her as well.
Yeah.
All the helps from the daughters and the family. I don't know if there's also my brother and Flashy, who's going to be playing music on the day. Sonia, who's helping prepare the food. A big thank you for everybody. Grassroots, who's provided the bouncy castle. So I just would like to thank everybody who's supported us in trying to get this organised.
Oh, bless.
I hope it does turn out to be successful, because we've just started putting everything up.
As you know, it's just sort of quieting down now.
Yeah.
But it looks really nice, Angela. Look, all the way round.
Yeah.
We're, you know, I'm just following the camera as well as following you.
Yeah.
But people, you would really have had to have come down to experience the work that this man has done. Yeah. It's a shame, Angela. We've got many, you know.
We've got so many talented artists.
Artists.
You know, and I think that's the next thing that we might need to do is
A display of their work.
Yeah, there's so much talent in Reading, and I think that we don't appreciate it. And I think because we don't have somewhere where to say,
exactly.
Let's go, let's see what is actually happening in Reading.
Yeah.
We don't get to realise we've got footballers, we've got, you know, people with musical talent, we've got artists, we've got, you know, like there's solicitors, we've got so much people.
We have, especially like with Reading Caribbean Express News, going out there.
Yeah.
This is what this newspaper is about, is highlighting the good works, not the negative. We can go out there and say people fight.
Yeah.
But
all
this
the good,
is, you wouldn't even find this in a museum.
Exactly.
Yeah? So we're blessed that the family are.
Yeah, here to, you know, like to, you know, let us see this work. Yeah,
I didn't know.
The family is a bit shy in, you know, like coming forward to say anything, but they really appreciate. They said that they really appreciate all that people has done to help put it together. So yes, so I'm speaking on their behalf, really. But they are here, but they're thanking everyone for helping putting this all together. And, you know, we just hope we have a brilliant turnout.
Angela, I have to put it in now. Thank you very much. You are one of Reading Caribbean Express's role models of the year, which was 12, and you were one of them. Yeah. But thank you so much for putting yourself out and making this possible for a member of our community.
It's definitely fun. And like I said to the family, because I knew then, I always said,
it makes you a bit tearful, you know.
It is. Because, how can I say, I've always, you know, been around with that, you know, Hartley when he's been doing the doing the artwork and things. Also, we have to
bless him,
him as well, because he was another person. He was another.
There was a group of them that actually were artists,
brilliant artists. And so we have to appreciate, you know, how it was gone.
And like Gough, is when you pass that it become famous. But you know, hopefully we can preserve a lot of these paintings. Get a good price on the carvings, which is you know, those are beautiful carvings.
Also, we have a raffle as well, so we hope many people, which is only £1. I think £1. So for the £1, there's 3 prizes that they will get. So somebody will get a picture. I think, or a carving. I'm not sure.
So we're going to push a raffle ticket.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, Angela, thank you for your time. I'm sure I'll catch you throughout the day, but thank you very much for your hard work. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you.
From Barbados and resided in Reading all his life. His children are all from Reading. Hartley we miss you. But your art lives on forever and ever. I always wished I got one of your walking sticks. Because them walking sticks there are like treasure. Treasure. Hartley, your artwork, your paintings, your drawing, everything you did, I could say was culture. 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 Hartley Lane was a culture man. Hartley Lane, Hexham Road bigs you up today. Bless you, Hartley Lane. We're gonna have the raffle over in the corner. So can everybody go over to the raffle, please? Thank you, Hartley Lane. Let's have 3 cheers for Hartley Lane in here. Hip hip. Hip hip.
The raffle prizes.
So what, yeah, the carvings are there.
I'm born in sunshine, but I've lived in the cold for a long, long time. Come on, please. Order! One going at £15. Listen, you've all done very well. No, you've all done very well. We know times are hard. We know money is tight. Too tight to mention. But you know what? It's £15. Give me a bid, somebody. Working for me, man. Working for me. They make him go so easy. £15 going once. £15 going once. £15 going twice. Well done. Who said 16 over there? Well done. Good, beautiful.
I like the top.
£16 going once. £16 going once. 18 pounds going once.
20 is yours.
20 pounds gone. Well done, girl. That's yours. Well done. Give that a clap, man. Give that a clap. You will never ever get this again. It's an original.
It's small enough to fit my bedroom.
Beautiful. Take a look. Enjoy the beautiful beautiful artwork. It's gone. It's gone.
65.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's the one I see. 65.
67.
67. I might get the 70. 67. 70. I love you, you know. I've always loved you, Mr. Shepherd. No, just because of that beautiful smile. That's why I've always loved you, my brother. 70 pounds. 70 pounds. 70 pounds going once, it deserved it. 70 pounds going once. 70 pounds gone. Bless you, Mr. Shepherd. Respect. It's not the money. It's not the money. It's the size. It's the quality. And you know, he's a very observant man. So he'll be looking and looking into this.
Looking at what's involved.
That's right. That's the beauty. Okay, we're having a little break now.
Okay, my girl.
Here to support my dad's work. I'm very proud of my dad and all of the work and art that he does with his hands. He's very creative and always has been. I'm very proud of him. So me and my daughter come here to support my dad and her granddad's work.
Okay, that's lovely. And who's this lady?
is my daughter-in-law.
Is you okay?
Yes, and she's my granddaughter. I'm here as well to support the work that Hartley done. I never even know Hartley could do this type of work, you know. Hartley was such a brilliant man, you know, and enough respect due to him, you know. And it's a blessing to see the works and what Angela done for him, you know. God bless them all of you.
Lovely, thank you. Thank you very much for that. Can we have a hand for the family? Thank you very much. And Sister Ruby, which is Hartley's sister, have you got a word to say? Would you like to include?
Yes, I would say that I deem it a privilege to be here to celebrate Hartley's work that he has left as a legacy. I'm glad that we can give thanks for Hartley's life. Hartley has dropped out of this life's race, but I would say he has handed on the baton to his family, mostly his children, because they could look at what he has achieved and they could have their own dreams. So it shouldn't be a day of sadness or any other thing, but it's a day to say thank you, God, for what he has gifted Hartley to do. He used his hands until when he passed from this life, his hands were almost useless. And you can see from his artwork and his carvings and other hidden things how hard he has worked. He's used his gift to the full. So it also has left a legacy so that the younger generation can have dreams and they can achieve it as well.
Okay.
So thank you all very much for supporting my brother. A brother well loved, a brother, a peace-loving brother, because we played as children. We went fishing together. And the last holiday that we had together was just memorable. And yeah, it pained me so much, but yet I can give thanks today. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, Sister Ruby.
We have our first question.
13th of December 2022, it was a Tuesday night. I'll take you back to the Norfolk County Council.
It was Tuesday during the day.
You made a decision on our behalf to vote in favour of a 20-minute neighbourhood plan for the County of Norfolk. Since then, we found out that Thetford, along with Attleborough and Rackheath, are to be considered for trial towns for said programme. What gave you the right to vote for me about an issue which is going to dramatically affect everybody? Why did you think that was okay to vote on our behalf without a public meeting, without consultation, or without any evidence being put before us as to how that's going to affect and detriment our lives, which it will. I don't consent. I don't need your help. Take it away. You're there as a councillor. You're there for us. You work for us.
New figures show just how much this kind of activity is costing. Delivery drivers, some filmed flouting the rules.
condone it, but I can understand it because they're not listening to us, and that's where the anger's coming in. You know, that and people being stuck in traffic. There is no democracy in Oxford.
Wanton vandalism or a form...
At this bar in Kingston, no one really cares about King Charles's coronation. He's the king of Jamaica too, but to a lot of people here, that makes no sense.
If I need to go to the UK right now, I need a visa. Things like that makes me look on the head of state and I'm asking, like, what is the purpose?
I think it's time for us to address it as a nation. We should move past the monarchy and become autonomous.
Jamaica is set to be the first domino of Charles's reign to fall, the country planning to ditch the monarchy, a reckoning for centuries of slavery under British rule. At Immaculate Conception, an all-girls high school in Kingston.
Are you guys gonna watch the coronation?
No.
No.
I didn't even know that was happening.
These students want a head of state who looks like them.
Princes, princess, kings are from fairy tales, and fairy tales are like old, really old. And we're in the modern day where I can be on my laptop, my phone, etc. Why am I seeing a king?
Summer Lee, Tony Ann, Jade, and Dana are all old enough to vote in the referendum the government is planning on removing Charles as head of state by 2025.
We'd like to have our own Caribbean identity, and I feel like the presence of a monarchy really impedes that. It's like hanging over Jamaica, that kind of thing, like holding us back and keeping us from further progress.
Do you feel like this is kind of a moment of change, a turning point moment in Jamaica?
Definitely. I mean, from what we've been discussing, it kind of just frees us from the Eurocentric hold that is on us.
It is a turning point, but there's more to be done.
Yeah.
There's definitely more to be done, because I don't think just removing them can take away the years of slavery and the mental slavery from colonialism that came after.
The royal family was tied to the slave trade from the very beginning. The Royal African Company that forced people here operated under a royal charter from King Charles II. And many of the people brought here were branded, literally burned with the letters D.Y. for the then Duke of York, who ran the company.
So the royal family and many persons in the British government, both past and present, have been deep involved in gaining wealth from the atrocity which happened on these beaches.
Dave Goss, director of the Institute for Caribbean Studies at the University of the West Indies, is angry that there's never been a reckoning for any of it.
There are times when, like, my grandparents sang, "Rule Britannica, rule the wave." Today we no longer sing that.
Even when emancipation finally came, the enslaved got nothing. Instead, £20 million, nearly $30 billion today, was paid out to slave owners by the British government for their loss of human property.
What we really want is for someone to have the balls to apologize and say, "We are sorry."
Instead of an apology, all Jamaica got was this.
I want to express my profound sorrow. Slavery was abhorrent, and it should never have happened.
Last year's tour was meant to be a charm offensive, but with a colonial-tinged military parade. And this disastrous photo op, it only spurred Jamaica's plans to move away.
What does it say to you that there just hasn't been an apology?
An apology alone is not enough. Some kind of reparation is needed, whether in terms of health care, education. So a program is needed to right that wrong, because that wrong is still out there.
A wrong that still permeates all aspects of Jamaican life, say scholars, tracing Jamaica's deeply entrenched poverty, stark class divides, lack of development, all back to slavery, to the suffering it inflicted, to the wealth it stole. That reality is fueling the government's fight for reparations. Jamaican lawmakers say the country is owed more than $10 billion.
We want to right that wrong.
Culture Minister Olivia Grange says the country will petition King Charles directly.
It's more than getting a commitment from them. We're not asking for a commitment. Neither are we asking for handouts. We're asking that the wrong that was done, that they should repair that damage. We're not going to stop until we get justice.
Do you feel like it will ever come?
It will take a time because it's a process, but it will come.
This is Kingston's sprawling Coronation Market. The site once a burial ground for enslaved people. Here, anger over the royals.
King Charles, Adam and the slave master. The head of the slave master. So we're not associated with him.
Mixes with anxiety over the future.
King Charles, yeah, he's okay with me. Jamaica now don't know what they're doing. We need some type of support system.
We're mobilizing groups island-wide.
To axe the monarchy, Jamaica will need to rewrite its constitution. Advocates like Opal Palmer Adisa and Robert Stevens say it's a chance to create a better country.
One of the weakest links in Jamaica now is that the average person doesn't feel empowered.
They're part of a group trying to empower people in the process, working to make sure as many voices as possible are heard.
How do we get the masses of people involved? How do we get that education so that they're properly informed and they can have input?
Some might look at Jamaica and think, well, whoever the head of state is a side issue versus these everyday challenges people face. What would you say to that?
Things like the level of crime in the country is a concern. Okay. How do we begin to address that? By looking at things in the Constitution that we can tweak. It's not just a simple thing of saying, let's ditch the king or the queen and let us move away from the monarchy.
For Jamar Clark and Kimberly Williams, Jamaica's move away is way overdue. Now they just hope the UK and the royals do something to atone.
Even if it's not monetary, there are many other ways we could explore working together as a nation to make Jamaica economically buoyant, because I don't think it's beyond us as a people to be a first world country.
That hope for the future as Jamaica gets ready to break with its past.
So, Ellen, I'm curious, you spoke there about a referendum. So is Jamaica cutting ties a done deal, or is there still some chance it won't happen?
Well, the culture minister, Adrian, made a point of talking to us about just how proud of a country Jamaica is. And think about its huge global cultural impact. Reggae, Rastafari, Usain Bolt, Bob Marley. So it's just become completely nonsensical to so many people on the island that it has this faraway king with so little in common with anyone or anything in Jamaica, and to who so many represents this legacy of brutal oppression. Now, we did speak to some Jamaicans who told us that they like the royals and they don't want to cut ties. But opinion polling shows that a growing majority of Jamaicans do, and so do both of the main political parties in Jamaica. So it really does feel like the royals' time is running out on the island. And when that happens, Jamaica would follow Barbados, which cut ties with the monarchy in 2021, and several other Caribbean countries, Adrian, are having this exact same conversation.
All right, Ellen Morrow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you know these facts about Barbados? Number 1. Barbados is the birthplace of rum, and the island is home to the oldest rum distillery in the world, Mount Gay Rum, which has been in business since 1703. 2. Barbados has pink sand beaches such as Miami Beach and Accra Beach, which have sand that is naturally tinted pink from microscopic coral. And 3. Barbados is a leader in renewable energy, having committed to reducing its carbon footprint and implemented several initiatives to promote renewable energy, including solar and wind power.
You can't come to St. Lucia and not visit the Pitons. These mountains, climbing out of the ocean, reaching towards the sky, are designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of their exceptional beauty. That means they must be protected at all costs. So why is it then that a Canadian family has been able to just swoop in here and essentially lay claim to one of the most important landmarks in all of the Caribbean? That family is none other than the Rossi family. They own Dollarama. They're billionaires and ranked among the top 10 richest families in Canada. They came here a couple of years ago, fell in love with the Pitons, like most people do, right? What's not to love? And submitted an application to build a private residence here. That application was rejected because, after all, this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can't just say, I want to live here. That's like someone coming to Niagara Falls and being like, ooh, it's really pretty here. Let's live under the falls. No one would ever approve that. But you know, when your net worth is over $3 billion, I guess nothing is off limits, even a World Heritage protected site. So the denial of their application was magically reversed. The family promised all kinds of things like just building a small, eco-friendly home. But I can tell you, this is no private home. I've been to the site. It's a massive complex with multiple structures. They've diverted an entire river. They've commandeered the public beach entirely for themselves. I walked onto the beach and there's absolutely no locals there anymore. And most importantly, they've shut off access to the trail for Gros Piton, which means that St. Lucia is now at risk of losing its UNESCO World Heritage status. They put up a sign that says closed for maintenance, but really what they've done is prevented local tour guides from bringing hikers to the Gros Piton. You know what's ironic and really just sad is that the community at the base of the Gros Piton is called Font Jean Libre, which translates to Valley of the Free People. It was founded by enslaved St. Lucians who successfully rebelled against white oppression. Black people have been fighting for hundreds of years for ownership, for freedom, only to have some modern-day colonizer from Canada swoop in and steal your most precious resource just because they feel like it? Just because they feel entitled to it? But yay, Canada. We're the good guys, right?